Welcome back to my channel, guys. Nextinfood. I am your diva chef, Simone Walker Barrett. Today we're outside, and today I am pleased to share with you one of Jamaica's mostly used tubers. This is called yellow yam. Now in Jamaica we grow a variety of yams, but today's tutorial is all about yellow yam, and I'm going to show you how to prepare the yellow yam in a very simple but different way. And this preparation is called a croquette. Now a croquette is a little French word that means any ground meat that is bind together with a starch like a bechamel and then breaded and deep fried. But today we are doing it with our beloved yellow yam. So let me show you how to make some yellow yam croquettes. So guys, this is what the yellow yam looks like. It has a very thin skin, and of course the name yellow is because the yam itself is yellow. This is not a potato, so do not confuse it with sweet potato or any potato. It is a yam, and this came to us from Africa. In Jamaica we usually boil this yam and we have it with whatever protein. We also put it into soups, and today I'm showing you how to use it in a different preparation. You can also use this to make a salad and dress it up with your favorite salad dressing. Now, all yellow yams are not created equal, guys. Now, if you're a country girl like me, your yellow yam have to be what we call in Jamaica nice and dry. We refer to it in our household when it's nice and dry that it is gold dust. So yellow yam is a big part of the culinary culture here in Jamaica. So this is what it looks like, and as soon as you peel it, sometimes it starts to oxidize. So oxidation is a process where starches like tubers take on a brown color when it is exposed to air. So I'm just going to cut these in like about 1/2 inch thick slices, and then we're going to put them to boil. And you want to either bring the yellow yam to a boil or put it in boiling salted water. So guys, to slow down oxidation, you place the yellow yam into cold water. And also the character of the yellow yam is a little bit slimy. This is what I mean by it being slimy. So when you put it in water, the water helps to get rid of some of the slime. So you just wash it like so to get rid of some of the slime, and then we are going to put it into some boiling salted water, and we're going to allow it to cook until it is pork tender. Okay, my foodie friends, the yellow yam is finally cooked. You know when they're cooked, you can just test them with a fork. I took a piece out and tried it, and it's cooked. So you want to take it out and allow it to cool, and then we're going to move on to the next process, and that process is using a fork to crush the yam or grating it on a box grater so that it's easy to handle. This is what it looks like. So guys, you take the cooked yam and you take a fork to it. I'm doing it on my cutting board, and you just crush it. Please note, if you have a ricer, that will work just fine, or a food mill, or even a grater. It's best to crush the yam if you're doing it manually like I'm doing with a fork. It's best to crush it while it is still hot. Okay. You want to just take the fork to it and get it all crushed up. So we're good. And then we want to put it into a container. So you want to do this in small batches. So I'm going to crush the rest and come back. In Jamaica we say crush, which is the same as mash. So you say crushed potato. Some people might say mashed potato. So crush is our word for mash. So for those of you who didn't know, now you know. Okay, my foodie friends, now that our yellow yam is nicely mashed, we're going to add some butter. but to add some well-needed fat and flavor, I'm adding some Old Bay seasoning. I'm also adding, this is Scotch bonnet pepper, thyme, and some finely minced scallions. These are the primary flavors, and then you just want to combine it with a fork. Then afterwards we need a binder. So croquettes usually have a starch binder because traditionally it is mostly made with meat or meat and protein, and so today we're making it with 100% starch, and this starch is a good complex carbohydrate. Our yellow yams in Jamaica, they're good complex carbs. So because it is already carbs, which is a starch, it doesn't need that heavy bechamel we would have used traditionally. I'm just using the egg as the secondary binder, and then we're combining it just like this. Okay, now that we have our yam nicely mashed and seasoned, I'm going to put a little bit of oil on my hand because yam is starchy and starches will stick. And so I'm putting my hand in there and just getting it all mixed up almost into a soft dough. Then I am going to portion these in about 1 ounce balls. Now a croquette is usually has a cylindrical shape. In other words, it looks like a log. However, feel free to make it round. So I'm going to refer this to a festival, so you want to roll it like a little festival. So this is our first croquette, and we want to put it on a tray, and I'm going to continue to shape. So finally guys, we're on the last one, so you just want to be gentle with it. Again, remember you can make your croquettes with your favorite starch. If you don't like yellow yam, feel free to use cassava, ripe plantain, green banana, or you can use a combination of starchy vegetables and meat. So you could use ground turkey and mashed potato. This is what the last one looked like. So we're going to move on to the breading procedure. This is what we need when we're doing the standard breading procedure. Everything remains the same. This you can switch out for seasoned breadcrumb, panko breadcrumb, cornmeal, oats, whatever you want the final coating to be. So this is what we're going to do guys. We're going to use one hand for dry. So we're going to coat all the croquettes that was made up in flour, and then we're going to put them back on our tray. Okay? However, it tends to get dry very easily, so if you're making it up and the yellow yam starts getting a little bit dry, you can add some milk or some of the cooking liquid to it just to add some moisture. All right, or you could have added an extra egg. So we want to get the flour. So the flour is going to allow the egg wash to stick to the croquette. And then once the egg wash is there, our cornflakes will also stick to the croquette. Cornflakes is going to give our finished croquette a beautiful, beautiful crunch. And that's what it looks like. So now guys, you want to pass the croquette into the egg wash, and then you put it into the cornflakes. You see what happened? The cornflakes is sticking to our croquette. Now this part, I want you to keep one hand wet and one hand dry. That way you will prevent your final coating from getting wet. Isn't that beautiful? So yes, cornflakes, of course, is made from corn. It is very versatile. You can use it to bread your chicken, your pork chops, your vegetables, and of course in this case our croquettes. So guys, in this pot I have some vegetable oil preheated to about 350. So you want to just gently lower the croquettes in the hot oil. Do not crowd the pot. When you're frying, you want to make sure you fry at between 350 and 375 for best result. Fry food should be crisp on the outside and very tender on the inside. It should not be oily. If it is oily, it means that your oil is cold. It was not heated up to the correct temperature, or it means that the too much product is in the oil. So you have to create a balance for best results. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to present to you yellow yam croquettes. This is what they look like, and today we breaded our croquettes with corn flakes. So I am going to make a little red onion and tomato salsa to go with our croquettes. Stay tuned. So guys, I want to show you how to make a red onion salsa to enjoy with our delicious crunchy yam croquette. So I love fried food with ketchup, so I have a cup of ketchup here, but I thought, you know, how can I just make this ketchup even better? And I said, okay, let me add some red onion to it. So I have a red onion that I mince up with some scotch bonnet, and I'm going to add it to the pot. So we're sauteing some red onion. Then I have some red herring fillets that I chopped up very fine. Red herring is actually an oily fish that is a big part of the Jamaican cuisine. It is something that is imported into Jamaica. It is salty, it is smoked, and we use it to flavor dishes. We use it to make our famous Salmon Gunde. So today I'm using this red herring as the big bowl flavor in our salsa that is going to be served with our yam croquette. So 4 ingredients: red onion soaked and chopped fine, onions white or red chopped very fine, and scotch bonnet to taste. And then finally we're just going to add some ketchup, so this is going to be our dipping sauce for our lovely crispy yellow yam croquette. So today's tutorial is all about showing you how simple it is to make something new with a very beloved traditional Jamaican ingredient. I do hope you found this tutorial to be very, very informative. So we're going to let this simmer for a minute just to combine the flavor. This has the tartness from the ketchup, the natural saltiness of the red onion, and the sweetness of the onion. This is a perfect pair if you ask me, guys. Red onion, yellow yam is getting a moment. 2 traditional Jamaican ingredients. We're using them in a totally new way today. If you're new to the channel, guys, make sure you hit that subscription button and subscribe. Share this tutorial with a colleague, a family member. Make this for yourself, for your friends, and for your family. I promise you guys, you're going to love this. So guys, I do hope you found this tutorial very informative. Today we took a traditional Jamaican ingredients, the beloved yellow yam, and we made it into a croquette. We also use another traditional ingredient, red herring. We use the red herring with some ketchup and some onions, and we made a lovely salsa. Let me show you how good this is, guys. Look at this. I just want to break into the croquette. So this is what the inside looks like, and this is what the outside looks like. It's nice and crunchy. Now I'm going to just smother this into some of our red herring salsa. Look at this, guys. Come, let me give you a close-up before I taste this. This is our beautiful red herring salsa, and I'm going to taste it for you. Ketchup. This is perfect, guys. The tartness of the ketchup, amazing. The smokiness of the red herring, and of course that neutral savoriness of the yam croquette. I am your diva chef, Simone Walker Barrett. I do hope you found this tutorial very informative. Leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. Try this dish, tag us when you do. Make sure if you're not a subscriber, hit that subscription button, guys. You take care. I'll see you next time. I don't know what I'll be cooking next, but it will be definitely delicious. Cheers.